your Storm Team 55 forecast on Fox 55 News.
All right, everyone, as you take a look at this graphic, it shows us the potential highlighted in green for some major flash flooding. This is a different picture than what it was yesterday, so we really don't have a great chance. However, I wouldn't be surprised to have a renegade thunderstorm pop up that produces some winds, maybe 30 miles an hour, and drops some good amounts of rainfall. Here's the threat, so it's out there to our west, but it's all moving in our direction, and you can see it best. It's been kind of draping itself off to the northwest of us, starting to move in the northern counties. It's going to be this way. That's the way it looked just a little bit ago. And you can see our wind starting to pick up out of the south. Wabash is 10 miles per hour. Good 8 in Bluffton. So our winds are going to shift back behind this one. It didn't when we picked up 3/4 of an inch of rain on the weekend. And as expected, the numbers are warmer than we were yesterday. In fact, it was a warmer than average day today, and that was to be expected too. With the cloud cover thickening, we're going to see these numbers change dramatically when that front moves through, but we're up 8 in Fort Wayne and Huntington, 9 in Wabash and Bluffton. You can see these numbers, 8 in Defiance, 9 Van Wert. So everybody's warming up and the dew points are rising too. So it's getting muggy out there. You can almost smell the rainfall if it's not upon you already. Here's the past 3 days. I showed this yesterday. Some heavier amounts, darker green to the south. And again, where we kind of need it, up to the north, much heavier. When you get yellow, that's over 3 inches. And that's the last 3 days, but that's out to west of the viewing area. I wasn't going to show this today, the soil map, but I took a look at it because yesterday I mentioned it takes a while for the rain we receive to get embedded in these weather models to really show us some improvement. And that's exactly what happened in the last 24. Now, still a lot of brown on this map. You can see it surrounding Fort Wayne almost from the southwest to the northeast, but a lot of gray, and that means we're getting their average, and anything green is above. So if you look at the next 7 days, we've got some good chances. Heavier amounts still to the south. Let's look at the U.S. model, and again, lighter. So it's trending across the region, and everywhere across the state, we're looking at the European model to drop more rainfall. But you can see it's been knocking on our door. But back in Missouri, this is a large shield of rain, and some of this has some strong storms with it. So don't be surprised to hear the thunder, see some lightning. You'll hear it. Again, some downpours could cause some flooding, minor flooding. But when you're looking at a drought over 10 inches, we'll take some of that. Sometimes it's okay to have some minor flash flooding, long as there isn't property damage or no one's hurt, just to give the earth a good drink of water. But again, that U.S. model wants to keep it a little bit lighter. Here's some of the models. We'll run through this. Here comes the precipitation shield. It's a strong area of low pressure. I mentioned yesterday sliding across the south, and then it'll move to the northeast. There's a weaker one to the north. So we're kind of caught in between the systems. Here's better resolution. I like this forecast model better. Everyone get an idea of the timing. And of course, that's 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. It's not really widespread as far as blanketing the entire area, but our chances will remain with us. So 7-day forecast. How about some dry weather beginning Friday? Look at that stretch. 78 Friday, beautiful Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures in the low 80s, but keep the rain gear handy for this evening.